Okay, a very good evening, Toastmasters and our respected guest. I, Shilpa Gupta, Sergeant at Arms for the Club, welcome you all to the 79th meeting of Wave to Lead Toastmasters Club. Let's have a big round of applause. So, today I want to start our meeting with a very motivational quote, which is very close to my heart. So, it's stop doubting yourself, work hard, and make it happen. So to begin with this positive note, let's state some ground rules for the meeting. Firstly, please switch on your video to make the session more interactive and lively. At Toastmasters, we try and use English language as the mode of communication. In case if you use any other language, please provide its translation. If you choose to talk about sex, religion, and politics during the meeting, please do it responsibly and in a manner that it doesn't create mutual conflict of interest among the club members. On these restricted topics, it is recommended to get your content reviewed from your mentor, VP Education, or club president before presenting it on the stage. Please keep your cell phones on mute. Always use a show off button for raise of hand if you want to speak. Mute your microphone unless you are speaking. Please applaud passionately and loudly for our performers. It's time to read out the mission statement of the club, which is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, I would like to call upon the person who has removed dust from his guitar and thinking to try his hands in that. He is none other than our energetic President T.M. Manan. Over to you, President T.M. Manan.
Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa, and welcome everybody to the 79th meeting of Weave to Lead Toastmasters Club. Can I have a big round of applause for that? Well, just to set the tone right, and thank you so much, TM Shilpa, for setting the tone right. I want to begin today's meeting with a very wonderful announcement, right? So in the last meeting, as I said, that we have planned to revive our awards for the Toastmaster of the Month. And this time, we do have a winner. We do have an awardee who has done some fantabulous work and contribution towards the club. That person has actually taken a really long lead in her Toastmasters journey. And that person has actually set an example for everybody to follow, that with strong determination, will, and ability to constantly move ahead and want to constantly move ahead can actually make a lot of difference in your life. And that person is none other than our VP membership, TM Priyanka. So big round of applause for TM Priyanka for winning the Toastmaster of the Month award for the month of July. You very well deserve it, and you set great examples for everybody to follow. So TM Priyanka, any words for that?
Thank you so much. I was not aware that I am the Toastmaster of the month. And yeah, it's really great that I am nominated as Toastmaster of the month. Thank you so much.
Well, we actually had to keep this surprise from you so that we can get that reaction like we get in Miss Worlds or Miss Universe. Right. Okay. Moving ahead, we do have a couple of more announcements. First is that I had a discussion with our VP Education, TM Adesh. So we are planning to have a speechathon next week, right? So how does a speechathon work? Like how we had our table topic marathon last week, right? So we're gonna be having a lot of speeches next week. So whoever is interested into giving a speech next week, you can directly drop in your names to TM Adesh, and let's have a great number of speech and excellent speeches next week, right? So next week, we are gonna have a great speechathon aligned for us. And talking about the developments of Weave to Lead Club, we also have a few debutants today who are actually venturing and expanding their skill set and trying different roles tonight. So we do have our debutant TM Suraj, who will be debuting for his role as General Evaluator for today's meeting. So all the best, TM Suraj. Rock it as you did last time as T-Mod. Right?
Thank you, Dave Manan.
And we also have our TM Manish with us, who's gonna be giving his first icebreaker speech ever in any of the clubs, right? So TM Manish, all the very best, be energetic, just rock the stage, and we all are here to listen and get to know more about you, right? So
Thank you.
moving ahead from the announcements, last week I told you guys story about elephants. Like, how many of you remember that story about elephants? Just raise of hands. Okay, TM Rajesh remembers. Now this week, since I have a little bit of love for animals, this week I have got you guys a story about frogs, right? So let me tell you that story. So once upon a time, there was a bunch of frogs that was hurriedly crossing the jungle, right? So they were just running for something, I don't know what, because they are frogs, right? So they were just running to get something. So what happened? In their path, there was one pit, and two of the frogs fell into that pit. And that was a very deep pit. And they were just like very afraid to see, oh my God, we have fallen into that pit, and how we would come out of that pit, right? So these two frogs were struggling, trying to jump here and there and there and trying to do different tricks just to come out of that pit. And all their friends at the top of the pit were shouting, oh my God, you have fallen down into such a deep pit, and it is so deep. No frog has ever done it. No frog has ever come out of that pit. So there is nothing to try. You guys will not be able to do it. So eventually this kept on happening for some time. So the enthusiasm of one frog just broke down. He thought, so many people are saying that nobody has ever done this. Nobody has ever come out of that pit. So how can I be the one who can come out of that pit? So that frog actually stopped trying and went to sit on it in a corner into that pit. Now the other frog kept on trying, and in his last try, he used so much of his energy that he actually was able to come out of that pit. And every frog sitting outside of that pit was actually very amused to see how can that frog was able to come out of that pit. They actually asked him that we were shouting that you will not be able to do it, you will not be able to do it. How did you get that enthusiasm to try and come out of that pit? So that frog actually said, I have a hearing problem, right? I could not actually hear what you were saying to me. And when I looked at it from the bottom, I thought you guys were encouraging me to actually use all my powers, use it, and to come out of that pit. So that is how I did it. So the moral of the story is, you might want to do certain things, but people around you might be telling you a lot of different stories, right? So the best advice for you is to put your ears on deaf mode and just keep doing what you want to do, because that is how you will be able to achieve things that you want to achieve in life, right? So I hope this story gives you some positivity and some enthusiasm to keep doing what you want to do, right? Moving ahead, I see there are a lot of different guests and very new faces who have joined us tonight. So I want to have an introduction with all of you all. So starting with the TM, okay, starting with our guest, Rishika. Hi, guest Rishika, how are you?
Uh, Hello, I'm good. How are you?
We are also doing good. So I'm going to ask you what brings you to our meeting tonight, and also what is your favorite cartoon character?
Sorry, what is my favorite?
Cartoon character.
cartoon character. As such, I don't think so. I do watch cartoons right now. So, but still, if I want to nominate, so Tom and Jerry would be my favorite cartoon character.
Okay, perfect. And what brings you to this meeting tonight?
Actually, I have came across a video on YouTube about this club. So I just thought of taking a demo class. That's all.
Okay. I hope you have great time with us. Moving to our guest Priya. Hi, guest Priya. Tell us about yourself and tell us what brings you to the meeting tonight and what is your favorite cartoon character.
Good evening, sir. Hello,
Good evening.
am I audible?
Yes, Priya, you are audible.
Okay, yeah, myself Priya, and I'm from Delhi. And yes, Toastmaster is very motivational platform nowadays. Not nowadays. I heard this name since last you can say 10 years, but never thought to join. But now I'm just connecting with the member of Toastmaster. I'm able to seeing the improvement, like how what they were and now they are looking like very confident and very motivated. So I thought that no, I should also join. I should not wait now. So that's the reason I have joined as a guest first. Soon I'll join. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then I would say you have come to the right platform. And what is your favorite cartoon character?
What is my favorite cartoon character? Actually, I have a small baby, so I watch cartoon with her. But I don't remember any name. I'm really sorry.
Okay, perfect. No worries. I think I'll count Tom and Jerry for you as well.
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect. Now moving to our guest Shireen. Hi, guest Shireen. How are you? Please tell us what you do, what brings you to this meeting tonight, and what is your favorite cartoon character if you have any.
Hello, sir. I'm Shrin and I am 18 years old. And I just found out on social media about the Toastmasters, and so that's how I got enrolled into the club. And I am really weak at communicating with people. That's why I have joined it.
Okay, perfect. Guest Nilima, would you like to introduce yourself to the club?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Nilima and I'm from Rajasthan. And to be honest, I'm crazy about English and I want to enhance my English as well as communication skills. So that is why I joined this platform. And a few days back, I have seen a few videos on social media, YouTube. So I was really fascinated about the way you you were teaching and you were interacting with the people. So that is why I joined this application. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, guest Nilima. I hope you have a good time with us tonight. And then we have a lot of different Toastmasters who have come to our meeting from different Toastmasters clubs. So I would request you all to please tell us about your club name and then we can move ahead. Starting with TM Amar Asran.
Thank you, President Manan. I'm connecting with all of you from Singapore. I was introduced by Rashmi Sharma from Delhi Toastmasters. And I'm the active member in Hindi Toastmasters Club in Hindi language. I'm a member of YMCA Toastmasters. I'm a member of Singapore Recreational Club. So I have been in Toastmasters for a dozen of years and would like to connect with you to see what's new and updating going on as we need to upgrade our demography skills and as well the trend. As I'm from the old school, talking about the cartoon characters, as you asked, I would like to mention my comic characters. Those days there was no media. Laurel and Hardy were my cartoon characters. They are real people also. The original names are Oliver Hardy and Stan Laurel. And as of today, Mr. Bean, who is Rowan Atkinson, they inspire me a lot. I idolize them. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, TM Amar, and we are glad that you have taken time out to join us tonight. Thank you so much. Moving to our speaker, TM Arjun. TM Arjun, you're part of which club? And please tell
I
something.
am part of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. It is a Delhi-based online club, even though I am currently in Mumbai. I came to know of this club because Toastmaster Adesh, I think, put it on another group that they needed a speaker, and I said yes. Uh, so that's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much, TM Arjun, for joining us tonight. Moving to TM Avinash. TM Avinash, you are part of which club? You're on mute, TM Avinash.
You didn't ask me for my cartoon character.
Oh, okay. What is your favorite cartoon character? Sorry, I missed that.
My favorite cartoon character would be Ed, Ed and Eddie. This was early 2000s, a very non-kid. I think it was a very non-kid oriented cartoon that was made for kids.
Very quirky. It's among like my favorites too. Cartoon
Yeah.
Network, 2000s, right?
Yes, Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yes. Thank you so much. Right. Moving to TM Avinash.
Sir, this is my first Toastmasters Club. I joined this first time. And earlier I joined that with as a guest, but I didn't remember the name of that club. And my cartoon character, if you are asking about, is like Donald Duck, because I belongs to village area and where the cable system was not there, and not even at the time of my childhood. I'm from early 90s. My date of birth is early 90s, that is 93. And at that time, nothing was like to other than Junior Jeep, Shaktiman, and Donald Duck. So my favorite character is Donald Duck. And now my introduction is I'm Avinash. I belong to Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, and currently I'm residing in Delhi. New Delhi area is New Ashok, and I'm running my own company. Not exactly that is startup, but it's a service provider company named I Will Boom Services Private Limited. And I am exactly the word I can use. I'm the raw material for Toastmasters Club. That's it.
Okay, wonderful. And I can totally connect with you over that 90s thing because I belong to that era only. So I have spent my childhood watching Shaktiman and Disney are on Doordarshan, right? So I've seen all of the things that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So welcome again, everybody. And this is the time to call upon the Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster of the day is somebody who was born in Himachal and raised in Delhi. He is somebody who has immense love for cats, and his reason for loving the cats is that the behavior of cat is so unpredictable. So he really likes the unpredictability in things, and he is none other than a very punctual, very passionate secretary at the moment for the club, our very own TM Rajesh. TM Rajesh, the stage is all yours. Please take the meeting forward. Okay. Big round of applause for TM Rajesh, guys.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manan, for inviting me in this wonderful way. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. So I think you are aware of today's theme, which is our theme name is College Chronicles, or simply we can say College Memories. So like in this theme, we can talk about like our college memories and like first day of our college life, and do we really miss our college life or not, and we can also talk about like what after, when we had completed our 12th standard, how much we were excited for college life. Actually, I was too much excited that time. So so to be honest, like nowadays also I miss some kind of my past incidents with my friends, which when I was in college. and I also do believe like you also miss your college life like nowadays. So I want to ask you, Toastmaster Manan, do you miss your college life or not?
Oh, thank you for asking me this question, TM Rajesh. I actually immensely miss my college life, and especially from the time that I've started working, I feel like, the life before was much more fun, though the money in hand was little less because we all were surviving on pocket money, but life was much more fun. So I definitely miss my college life.
Yeah, Toastmaster Manan, I do agree with you because I had also faced this kind of incidents in my college life. So yeah, I want to ask you, Toastmaster Adesh, do you miss your college life and why? Like, what are the main reason? Because of like friends or professors, or you were like a mischievous boy in college?
Actually, I miss my college life because I got to sleep a lot. Now I have to get to work every day. There are no more bunks in classes.
Okay. Thank
It
you.
was great time in college. One of the best times of my life.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Adesh. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Adesh. So, okay, so here I would like to give my real example. Some years ago, I was too much excited for college life when I had completed my 12th start. I was too much excited and curious for college life. Um, so that time I thought that now it's a time like to work upon my physical strength. Like that is my body. Actually, I was very weak on that time. Like I was around 46 kg when I had completed my 12th standard. I was too much weak. Even now I know I am weak, but that time I was too much weak that time. So, so after that, I talked to my friend. His name is Rohit. So he was going to gym from last 1 years, and his body was also very much good that time. Like his muscle was too much big, and even now, like his muscle is too much big. So I talked to him, and I said to him like I also want to go to gym because I I am this much lean. Like that time I said to him. So so he invited me on his gym, and after 1 month, I came to know it's like this is not cup of my tea because he used to do too much hard work in that gym. So I left that gym. So after that, like after that, when that day came when I wanted to took admission in college, so I went with my father in my in a in college. With my father, I went to there, and we were welcomed by very nicely. Actually, that was a private college. So after that, I went to that college, and I filled my form. Uh, I filled my form with the CSC branch because I was that time I was too much curious for video games. That's why I filled my form with the CSC branch. And after that, I came to know that in this college, seats are already booked. Seats are already booked. Seats was already booked. So after that time, I came to waiting section, and I talked to my father. Like after that, my father talked to my uncle, and my uncle told to my father that you can take CSC branch for your son. After that, I immediately fill my form with mechanical branch. So this was the incidents which was happened with me when I went to a college. So now it's time to invite our now it's time to so before moving to the next part of our theme, let me explain the structure of the Toastmaster meeting, especially for the benefit for the guest. This whole session is divided into three parts, like 1 2 3. In first part, uh, prepared prepared speech section. um, in this section, when speakers come prepared and deliver their impromptu in uh, when speaker come prepared and deliver his or her speech. And second part is table topics session. Actually, this is very interesting part, and in this part, guest can also participate. Like TTM will give you a random topic, and you have to speak around 1 to 2 minutes, and it's your wish if you want to speak on that topic. So, and third one is evaluation section. In evaluation section, you will be get evaluated by the general evaluator and his team member. So tag team member. So now it's time to invite our general evaluator of a day, which is none other than TM Suraj Sen. So
TM Rajesh, before we do that, can we have the introduction of our guest PK Sachdeva, because we missed out on him. So guest PK Sachdeva, please introduce yourself to us and to the club, and what brings you tonight to our meeting, and what is your favorite cartoon character if you have it?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Myself, Pramod Sachdeva. I'm an advocate by profession. I think this is my second meeting I'm joining this. And the first one, I had to drop the meeting because of some technical hitch. And I am based out of Delhi NCR, to be particular at Faridabad. And I'm practicing as an advocate for the last more than 9 years. And at Delhi and Chandigarh as well as Hyderabad. And I have joined this profession after retiring from the bank. Around 29 years I served in the bank, and then I took voluntary retirement and practicing. Although our profession is like that, we have to speak a lot, but it is always under professional speech. It is not on general topics or like that. But to be fluent in speaking on general topics, I have joined this club. Though I have heard about this club way back during my younger age as well. But now I decided to join it. And I think it will be beneficial for me. I will be able to add value to the club, and I will be gaining a lot from the club. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guest PK Sachdeva, for joining us tonight. And let me assure you that you have come to the right platform, and please stay in the meeting and you'll get to know. Back to you, Team Mod Rajesh. You can call the general evaluator now.
Okay, now it's time to call upon our general evaluator of a day, TM Suraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Rajesh. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. I'm the general evaluator of the day, and my role is divided for the benefit of the guest. My role is divided into 3 parts. One is to call upon to the tech team and introduce themselves, and 2 is to call upon the tech team and evaluator to present their evaluation and reports respectively. And the final part is that I shall be giving the overall evaluation of the meeting, right? So now I will like to call upon the timer of the day to introduce her role. So the timer of the day is TM Rasmi. TM Rasmi is stage yours. TM Rasmi.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I am the timer of the day. I am responsible to keep a track of the time taken by various speakers and role players. Typically, a prepared speech is timed for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show the green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. I request speech evaluator to appraise me if the speech time is different from 5 to 7 minutes. For the table topics, each speaker is required to speak 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute. I'll just show you a few minutes later. The yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds and red card 2 minutes. Table topic speaker have a grace period of 30 seconds on the plus side. Speech evaluator are allotted 2 to 3 minutes for evaluation. The green card will be shown at 2 minutes. yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. Please note that as timer, I will keep the card up until the speaker stops speaking, unless otherwise instructed by the Toastmaster of the day or general evaluator. I will provide no signal, verbal or non-verbal, to indicate that your time is up. Any speaker who finishes before or after the grace period will not be considered. I will submit my report in the evaluation session. I will, yes,
yes.
give me one minute, please. Few seconds. This is a green card.
I think TM Rasmi, you don't need to share right now. Whenever the speaker will come on the stage, then you need to share this card.
No, actually, I just giving you demo.
Yeah. Okay, sure, continue.
Yes, it is green card, yellow card, and red card. Okay, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, DM Rasmi, for introducing your role. Now I would now like to call upon the age counter of the day to introduce his role, and the age counter of the day is TM Sasi. Stage is yours, TM Sasi.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Myself, Toastmaster Shashi Ranjan. Today's a counter for all the speakers. Hey, it's time to remember our college days today and all the fun and frolic which were at college days. Remember those days when asked upon by our professor about our class notes and lectures, the words and but and it so happened that today I'm your same professor, but in some quite serious mood, going to note down all your crutches and filler words. My professor eye is on overused words like and, well, but, who, and etc. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by our general evaluator, I will submit my report. Think before you speak. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Sasi. You explained your role in a wonderful way. So now I would like to call upon the grammarian of the day, and the grammarian of the day is TM Sujay. So TM Sujay, stage yours.
Grammar is the essence of any communication. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our dear guests. I am Sujay Joseph. I am the grammarian of the day, and I'll be checking on the good usage of grammar and also language. The word of the day is sedulous. It means extremely hardworking, extremely attentive, and extremely diligent. The example line of usage is, with the exams approaching, he was extremely sedulous in his preparation. And I request everyone to please use this word sedulously in your speeches. And I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. Okay, thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, TM Sujay, for introducing your role. So I would hand over to Toastmaster of the day, TM Rajesh. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. So, okay, so I want to ask you, were you also happy and excited when you had completed your 12th standard and you wanted to go for college? How much excited you were that time? So, can you please raise your hand? I want to see your excitement level. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Team Rashmi, yeah, you can share your incidents.
Yeah, those days were always stay in my memory. New excitement, new learning, and new love for freedom. Everything was there, and so much fun, so much excitement, so much expectation for future, hope, and everything was there. Over to you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. Even I also used to do lots of fun with my friends. And my friend, they were very mischievous as well, as compared to me. Like we used to bunk classes, but our college was a little strict. That's why we used to bunk our classes very less. So yeah, Toastmaster Manan.
Actually, TM Rajesh, why I was so excited about being in college was there would be no surveillance of teachers, principals, or anybody, right? So I really was looking for the life of freedom. That now there is nobody to keep a check on me. I'm the master of my time. I can do whatever I want to, whether I want to study, whether I want to bunk, whether I want to play in the our ground in the backyard. So these were the things that actually made me very excited about being in college. And obviously, like, our movies have a lot of influence on us. So the kind of college life that we used to see in movies, I was so fascinated by that college life, and I really wanted to live that life. So that is why I was so excited to just get my 12th results and be in college on the very next day.
Okay, but yeah, Toastmaster Manan. And I think you are very much lucky because in your college you can roam here and there. But in my college was too much strict. Even we cannot go outside, like go outside without permission. Like my college was too much strict, and we had to ask like our teacher if we want to go outside of our block, and like and guards were also there in front of like our block. That's why. And when we had to bunk, then that time we had to jump out of window. And one time what happened, like I was jumping out of window, and um, after that I got an injury, and after I think I had to rest around 3 to 4 days. After that I went to college again. Yeah, Toastmaster students, you can speak.
Thank you, Team Out Rajesh. I think that's a wonderful like a topic, I would say. So basically, I prepared for 3 years to get into IIT. So like it was very, I would say it was very rigorous. Like it was very strict. It was very strict. There are so many restrictions during my preparation. So then when I entered into the college, like I was free bird. I was like, yeah, that's my world. And I was initially in my first year, like I would say like I did so many things in my college. Like I joined a music club. I joined different club. I'd say I joined robotics club. So these things I explored in my college, and after completing my first year, I entered into sports, or then I started playing hockey. And for the last 3 years in my college, I played the hockey, and like I enjoyed my college life. Yeah, and I also miss my friend. We used to party there. Like there are some restaurant near to my college. So in our college, like Saturday, Sunday was off. So we used to go out on Saturday and Sunday. Like we used to drink all that thing. So we enjoy a lot. And my college was in Varanasi. So you know that how much Varanasi, what you already know, like what like your Varanasi is, like you can say you can visit this place at least once, I would say. So we used to go to the ghats, and we used to go different places. So like it was really wonderful, like memories for me. Yeah. So that's why I miss my college and my friends, my professors, my bunking my classes. Even though I did even though I didn't score in good CGPA in my college, because I never studied. What do you think about Rajesh?
Wow, Toastmasters. I think you had enjoyed a lot in your college life. So, okay, so we have lots more participants. Toastmaster Mohit, Toastmaster Silpa, and Toastmaster Joseph. Uh, like I will ask your opinion after our first speech. Okay. Okay. So now it's time to invite our first speaker of a day. Before calling our first speaker, let me invite his evaluator, uh, Toastmaster Priyanka. The stage is yours.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Today, I'll be the evaluator of TM Arjun. He is presenting his level 2 project 3, and the purpose of this project is to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring. And he is talking about the visionary communication pathway. So all the best, TM Arjun, for your speech. Break a leg.
Okay. Now it's invite our first speaker of a day, Toastmaster Arjun, half mentors, Toastmaster Arjun. Now this stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. How many of you have read that book, How the Monkey Sold His Ferrari? Has anybody read that book? If nobody has read it, it is quite an old book. The plot of the book is that there was a friend who was very rich and he had everything. He had a great job, high paying lawyer job. And then one day something happens, he goes away and disappears for 4 or 5 years. And this other friend does not even know where he is. And when he comes back, he is this wise guru type person who then takes you under your wing and teaches you all the wisdom that he learned at a Himalayan idealistic community ashram, whatever it was, the sages of the Shivana, it is mentioned. And I read this book when I was at a very impressionable age, 15 years old, and it was the first self-help book that I ever read. And I always thought that something was always going to happen. And a few years went by, adulthood has come, and I realized that, you know what, nothing like that is going to happen. Uh, Most of us are not lucky enough to have mentors like this who are handpicked from the Himalayan mountains and who come down specifically to teach us that our mind is a garden, that we have to take care of our bodies and our spiritual life and everything. All we have to make do with is listening to podcasts here and there and piece together whatever kind of understanding of life we can have. However, things are not so gloom. Mentors we may think are only for the elites or only for the very lucky ones who are young enough or talented enough. Or maybe I don't have a mentor because I am not coachable. Maybe I don't want to listen. Maybe I don't have a mentor because I am not very disciplined. That could also be a factor. By and large, I think people who do get mentors are very lucky, but I don't have mentors. And so I have had a lot of half mentors in my life. People who have read the book Half Girlfriend, they know that a lot of guys have girlfriends that the girl doesn't even know this guy's name. Right. And so I have my mentors are like that. Like they don't even know that they are my mentors. but I have learned a lot by just like hanging out with them or talking to them or just observing them and seeing how they operate, because you can read everything you can, right? You can read a lot, but until and unless there is a live person to make the words come alive, it doesn't really make a difference. Uh, the basics of every religion are the same. For this is my best example that I give. The basics of every religion are the same. Like, don't steal stuff, be a nice person, don't kill me. But it takes a really, really charismatic person for it to tell this, and you are like, oh my God, what is he saying? These are like such new truths that I'm hearing. Right. So mentors are like that. They have to have that personal charisma, and I have had a few. For example, my first boss in my first job was an IIT Delhi graduate of, he was a batchmate of Raghuram Rajan, by the way, and he had his PhD from Princeton, and I was lucky enough to have him as my first boss. And I learned a lot from him. Like, I learned the value of treating everybody from the junior most person to the senior most person as an equal. When it came to the work that you have to do, there was no compromises because the work has to be done. But when it came to anything that has, where normally people are very status oriented in Indian society, but he was not like that. And that I have like, and that goes inside. When such a person with such credentials and such impressive intellect behaves in a certain way, that impresses upon you. You can read all you want about how treat people like you want to be treated, don't treat people how you like don't want to be treated. But when you actually see this and experience this for over 3-4 years, then it really goes inside. Another boss that I had, and this was another, not at the same place, this another boss, he taught me the value of how in an organization, if the wrong people come in, how they can really, really demotivate everybody. Because this person was uh, he just didn't understand anything, and he was so uh, bad at he was just like going through the, he just wanted to do his job. He didn't want, a nice person, but he just didn't have any interest, and he would still pretend that he knows everything. So these two contrasting things taught me really how to behave and also how not to behave. Amongst my colleagues that I have learned, I have had a colleague who was very, very good at promoting whatever the little bit of work that they have done. Really, really, matlab, making a proper case and going, polishing it up. Whatever is done has been polished up, and huge success. And then another person I've seen is that who is very dedicated to the work and very, very uh, interested in the work, but does not bother about promoting or self-promoting or marketing himself in any kind of way. And I have seen the consequences of both. Like, the first person is also successful, the second person is also successful, both in their own ways. So these are all my half mentors. There's a lot more, but I have to cut this. I have to make it to the point and to the mark, because this is a speech that I'm being evaluated on. All in all, my conclusion from this is that, everybody really knows everything. Like, but these truths that you hear about in every book, or like in the whatever you read in the monk who sold his Ferrari or whatever, all these things are true, but you need somebody as an example, somebody you admire, somebody you want to be, somebody who like makes you come alive and makes those words come alive. And I have not been lucky enough to have a mentor like that, like who took me under their wing. And I think most of us are like that. I think I don't think anybody mentored Elon Musk formally. I think, I'm pretty sure he had a lot of mentors that, like 3 months, 2 months, he just worked with somebody. But I think most people are not lucky enough to have a long-term mentor, but we just have to find those brief half mentors. That's it for my speech. Back to the team mode of the day.
Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Arjun for this wonderful speech? Okay, so Now it's time to call upon our second speaker. Before calling our second speaker, let's invite his evaluator, uh, TM TM Mohit. The stage is yours.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I hope you are all doing fantastic. Today I'm going to evaluate the speech of TM Manish. TM Manish is presenting his icebreaker speech. Before that, let me introduce him. TM Manish, born in Delhi, Dehradun, is now a student at Delhi University. He loves music, and most importantly, he know how to play the guitar, which most of us don't know, but love music. Let's welcome him to the speech, to the stage. All the best, TM Manish. Godspeed.
Hello.
Okay, before calling upon the stage our second speaker, let me invite him with small introduction. He is born and brought up in Uttarakhand. He studied in Delhi University. He loves music, loves to play guitar. Toastmaster Manish, personal experience, Toastmaster Manish. Can we have a big round of applause? He is going to deliver his icebreaker speech.
4 to 6 minutes now. Sorry for interruption. 4 to 6 minutes.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
Yes. Team does.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
So, wait. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I am presenting icebreaker speech, which allow me to introduce myself. So, those who don't know me, I am Manish, and as the previous, as my evaluator said, I am a third year student of Bachelor Management Studies. Studied in college SSCBS, which is affiliated by Delhi University. So, telling about myself, I born in a small village named known as Mana, and I know many of you never heard about this village, but this place is very very near to the most famous place most famous one of the most four famous tourist spot in Uttarakhand, known as Badrinath. So I lived there in my childhood, playing with the snow. And for later, my family decided to move to the city for better education opportunities and better lifestyle. So I lived at Dehradun. I completed my class 10 in Kendra Vidyalaya, and there that time of that phase is the best time of my life, where there's no stress, though no worry about what will happen in future and all that thing. And that is the best time of my life. And the turning point of my life came when I reached in 11th class. And like everyone of us have the choice in our 11th class to choose between three subjects like science, commerce, arts. And that point of time I was more inclined towards commerce, but due to kind of social pressure, I took science stream. And in those 2 years, I gained a decent marks and pass out from that school. But those 2 years are more stressful, more struggle happened there. So at that point of time, whenever I feel down, I start doubting myself, I always blame the situation, always blame the decision what I take. So after completing my class 12th, I decided to take a 1 year drop to find to find one of the best decision which led my life forward. So in those 1 year drop, I first joined one marketing firm, and that marketing firm in that marketing firm is was mainly deal with fashion clothings, and there I have to work. I have to day-to-day tasks like cold calling the clients and explaining about the products, uh, explaining about the products to the clients. And at that moment of time, I realized the importance of the communication skills which I needed to enhance to grow in my career. So that point of time, while the searching for different ways to improve my skills, improve my confidence level, I uh, watched one YouTube video. There, first time I got recommended about Toastmaster Club, and one of the YouTuber named as a Urban Fight. She tell in her videos about her experience how he conquer her fear, and with the help of Toastmaster activities. So I in upcoming Sunday I booked the meeting for Toastmaster Club, and I first attended the Toastmaster Club in Dehradun uh, in offline mode, and that experience was very memorable. When I went there, I don't know about what is this about. I just know that there are some people around there, and I have to speak in front of them and to improve my skills. But when I go there, there are many highly professionals, and they greeted me in that meeting, and that meeting I make many memories out of it. But I didn't join that moment of time the Toastmaster. I recently officially joined the Toastmaster club recently, few weeks ago. So later on, the I started preparing for my college studies. I Because I found the purpose of my life. I wanted to be do I study about business more. So I took a exam of DUZ, where I for preparation of that exam I worked eventually, uh, uh, and I got my dream college there. And while I was studying in my college, then the Corona strikes, and then that 2 years of time, again I indulged in self-doubting and all those things. Cause I back to those old days like before. And then at that moment of time when I came out from when Corona came and offline classes begins, that point of time I realized I learned the important life lesson in my life, that whatever decision you took in your life doesn't matter. It doesn't matter it is right or wrong. It's better to work on it, whatever you choose, and do your best on it. And that decision may be wrong for you, eventually make better for your life. And like the Ratan Tata quoted that, I don't believe in taking right decision. I take the decision and make them right. This is the life lesson I learned in my this period of time, and now I am moving forward for this journey. And thank you, Toastmasters. This is from my side.
Okay, can we have a big round of for Toastmaster Manish for this wonderful speech?
Let's have a big round of applause, guys, since it's his first icebreaker speech. Wonderful job done. Thank you, Tia Manish, for delivering this speech tonight.
Okay, so now it's time to back upon our like theme. So okay, I was telling my story. Okay. Before that, yeah, Toastmaster Shilpa wants to share his her incidents related to like she was excited for college life.
Yeah, so Rajesh, what happened? So after 12th, I was trying for some college for the BTech. So in my first convocation, I was not able to get the seat. So actually, what happened in my 12th class, we were around 8 friends, and out of 6 got the selection in BTech, and in the same college. So I was always hearing the news like they are enjoying a lot. The six of the friends are in the same college, but still I am in home because I am not able to get the seat. So after 1 month, I got the selection in the same college. So I was very excited. I went to the college with my father. And what happened, I was feeling what TM Manan is saying, like we were just memorizing and connecting everything with the college life. So when I entered the college, it was like a college from Mohabbatein movie. So it was the same picturization, but I was feeling in movie Mohabbatein, and I was relating everything with that movie. So and in so what happened, I was just thinking that now I have full leverage, I can do anything. But what happened in my college, we had a school along with the college, and there were a lot of restrictions in that college because there was a hostel in that. So what happened, we got all the restrictions from school, and those restrictions carry forward in our college too. And we got so I was in a girls hostel, and we had one warden from school itself. And usually what happened, for 1 year she came to our room, knock at 6 a.m. in the morning, and she always asked to wake up. So her tone was, wake up, it's too late. So at least for 1 year, it was completely like my mother is asking me to wake up. So it was like a school itself in the college. But at the end, I can say my college life means it's a memorable life, memorable time. And now I think I have completed my BTech I think 18 years back, and still I have those friends with me. So my in my life, that's a memorable life, and means I can't ever think like that life again. So I want to go back and enjoy that life again. So that is from my end.
Wow, Toastmaster Silpa. Like right now, also you have your college friends, and even me also. Like I have some
Yeah.
college friend. So okay, let's back to our theme.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Toastmaster. I just want to also say.
Okay, I just want to share one experience. It was my, I think, first day in college. And what happened, like in our hostel for first years, they put four boys in one room. Such a small, congested room. And what happens, the seniors get single rooms. So the first year was the best year. But in my final year, I could not even meet my friends because everybody had single rooms. So everyone always remembered the first year in college. Why? Because even if we had to adjust for the morning lineups against washrooms, we had to wake up all night. It was the best year, the first year in college. But we were also extremely protective and sheltered. And I remember कोई सीनियर को पीछे मत बोल देना, रैगिंग हो जाएगी, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. And it is such a lie that it doesn't happen at all. So I would say that that was the best year in college.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Adish. And I do agree with you. Like you have said that in front of seniors, we don't have to speak anything. Like this kind of things I had faced in bus as well, like college bus as well. Okay, now Toastmaster Suraj wants to share. Yeah, Toastmaster Suraj.
Actually, I think that's incident, like I would say that will be too much, but I would like to share this incident. When I was in my first year, that incident happened in the second year, right? My old seniors called us to do for ragging, but I was like very afraid or scared, like I didn't go there. But my some of friend went to ragging, and guys, like I would say that will be too much, but I would like to share. The senior, they gave task to them that they have to walk in the balcony without clothes in the night. So I would say that was too much, but I didn't go there. So that was like I would say like I will remember this experience. Over to you, TM mode.
Yeah, TM Suraj, I do agree with you. Like this kind of incidents has also happened with me. Like, but our task was different. Like your task was this: you have to round there, but our task was different. We had to speak in Hindi in that like ragging. We had to speak in Hindi, and if we stuck in between, or if we use like any kind of like English word, we have to we had to start from beginning that kind of task. Okay, now Toastmaster Sujay wants to speak. Toastmaster Suraj. Okay, I think due to mistake he has raised his hand. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Toastmaster Suraj.
Yeah. My school, it was extremely boring since it was a boys' school. And we boys, we were all waiting to enter college. And unfortunately, the college also like turned out to be a boys' college. So it was a double tragedy. It was not actually very encouraging. It was extremely, and since it was a convent school, and also like it was a convent in college, it was extremely strict. We could not dream of seeing of dating anyone. So it was that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sujay. Even I have also studied from like boys school and boys college. Like my college was also like boys college, because in mechanical branch we were only mechanical. We were only boys in that time. Even our teacher were also boys. Okay, so yeah, Toastmaster Mohit and a counter. Like after TTM, I will ask your opinion. Okay. So now can we have a group picture? So now you can open your camera. Yeah, Toastmaster, who will going to take picture?
TM Videsh, can you do it for us?
Yes, sure, dear Manan. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So let's be on our cameras first, and so what you suggest? What we will be going to make our signatures sign. The best one, yeah, our counter TM Shashi Ranjan. So yes, the best college life that we have taken in our life. So for that, a superb sign. Okay, so with the count of 3, 2, 1, with a big smile and click. So yeah, thank you everyone for this beautiful photo session. Back to TM Rajesh.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh. Now it's time to call upon our TTM Toastmaster Ritesh.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster TM Rajesh. So a very good evening to all our dear Toastmasters and all our guests. So as we are already indulged in our memories of our college life, we have a beautiful recalling of our days that we enjoyed in our college life. So some memories are like the beautiful memories of freedom, enjoying the freedom from the 11th and 12th rigorous studies and rigorous things, and some are like they enjoyed the college life in a strict manner. So we have faced a totally mixed, I would say a totally mixed life in the college days. So with that thing, I'll continue the table topic session. So let me first introduce how the table topic session will run. So I will be giving you all a topic in which you have to speak for about 1 or 2 minutes. For 1 minute minimum and for maximum of 2 minutes. The timer card will be shown by the timer. And I'll highly appreciate the participation of our guests and all our Toastmasters. You will enjoy the table topic session. So with that thing, I'll first call upon our VP Education Head, Toastmaster TM Adesh, so that for the first table topic, so that we can have a demo of the table topic session.
Sure.
So Toastmaster Adesh, yeah. Thank you. So I'll share the screen. Yeah. So here we go for the first table topic. The one activity that you used to do in your college life, but somehow you stopped doing now. So over to
Okay.
you, Adesh. Yeah.
Great topic, Toastmaster Ritesh. The one activity that I used to do in college, but somehow have stopped doing now. First of all, one activity was waking up late at night. I remember studying for examinations at 3 p.m., cooking Maggie in a literal mug with my friends, and that too using geyser water. Can you imagine an engineering college student and in the bathroom at 3 p.m. using water from a geyser which is not even warm to cook Maggie? So that I have done, which I will never do again, but I have done. That I agree. I am a big foodie, used to order from that Zomato Night Express, literally. But I would agree that this will never happen because at 10, now at 11 p.m. my lights are off. As you know, I have to go for a job in the morning. If I'm waking up at 3 p.m. in the night and going in the morning, I'm an Akash lecturer. My students will say, "Sir, your eyes are swollen red." The other thing which I have stopped doing is playing video games. And that is a regret which I have. Why? Because people assume that college students play games and professionals do not. But in my opinion, professionals have to play more games to keep away the stress. And that's the second activity which I not do. You have asked for one activity, I'll give you the third activity as well. And the third activity, which I've not done since I was in college, is go out by climbing walls so that I can go and have dinner at a marriage. And that is the typical activity which I did for the first time in first year. We were so excited about it. We were seeing it in movies and we had to go. And the sad part of it is that the food there was also not good. So thank you so much for this, the table topic.
Yes. Thanks, TM Adesh. I can totally relate the intensity of your foodiness. So in both the activities. So yeah. Okay. So the next table topic. So I'll appreciate our guests to participate. So any guests who would like to participate in the table topics, please raise your hands. Yeah. So TM Rashmi. So here goes the second table topics. Your most memorable trip during the college life.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, Rashmi.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my favorite memorable trip was we went for Six Sense Garden in the Green Park, located in Green Park in Delhi. We planned for it, and there were 8 persons in my group. We were boys and girls. All were very enthusiastic to go trip on next day. But we somehow missed metro. and our group break down into two parts. First group remained there waiting for second group, and so the second group didn't know, and somehow uh, traveled to the destination, and then second group wait for first group to reach the destination. But we all the well, we went there, and we enjoyed there a lot. We had some fun, and we ate good food, street food. It was totally a good trip. Thank you. Over to you.
Yes, thanks, TM Rashmi, for participating in the table topics. Definitely, we have a lot more memorable trips in our life, during the college life, and we won't easily forget those memories. So, next, TM Anusha, you have raised the hand. TM Anusha, you are there. Okay, so TM Rishabh. Okay.
Toastmaster TM Amar also has raised his hand. So after TM Rishabh, you can.
Sure. So for TM Rishabh, we have the table topic for what is the difference between the school and college life that you feel?
So in school, we mainly focuses on study. As in my case, I focus a lot on studies, and whenever it came to doing extracurricular activities, I thought that I would do that in college. Whether it was to make a girlfriend or pursue our external talents, I thought now it is time to study in school. I'll do that in college. But unfortunately, when I came to college, I didn't have that confidence to ask a girl out. So I thought when I'll get a job, then it would be easier and I'll ask a girl out. But I think there's never a right time for pursuing anything, whether you are in school, whether you are in college, whether you are out of college. You should go ahead with your thing that you want to pursue. Is not a right time. Right time is now. So there I feel that that's the difference between mentality between school and college. Thank you, and back to you, table topic master.
Yes, thanks Rishabh for participating in the table topics. You have given a good lesson with a good example. There's no time to postpone it. Just do it, go and do that thing right now. So moving ahead, we have TM, we have guest Arun. Arun.
Yes, Amar had raised
Yeah,
the
Aman.
hand.
Amar, sorry. Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Amar. So for you, we have. Yeah. So the next table topic is what activity or clubs you have joined during the college life.
There is
Yes.
a sedular saying that the smell of sweat is not sweet, but the fruit of sweat is sweet. Talking about the clubs that I have joined, you should ask me what clubs I did not join, because I was the most notorious student of my times. Out of my whole gang of 22 friends, who were all Marwadis and Gujaratis and Sindhis, all pampered rich kids, and I was the only hardworking salaried person. I had to maintain my marks and as well as get my attendance. I was always short of attendance. What do? I just go bribe the peon of the principal's office, get the list of all the activities available those days. Definitely, I'm not sure you can connect with the 90s, early 90s. Those days, we had many cultural activities like Bharatnatyam and singing and dancing and debating and damsharads and all those primary debates which are not as good as now. And I even attended the handicap clubs of Damsharads only to get my attendance. And to my surprise, I used to get awards for many of the competitions, which I never participated with my whole heart. I would narrate an incident. I was called upon to a state level singing competition where the singing started from morning 8 till evening 5, but I needed attendance, so I had to give my performance. My name came at evening 4 o'clock after the whole day exhaustion, listening to all kind of ragas and bhairavas and all kinds of alap and all kinds of uh, paschat and folklore, and as well the Western music. I didn't know what I should sing. I just went to the stage, closed my mic, and just made mouth gestures. Everybody who was sleeping awakened and they asked me, "What did you sing?" I said, "I sang a song from Pushpaka Vimana, the movie from Kamal Hassan." And hence, I did join all the clubs and enjoyed my life to the fullest. Thank you. Back to the Toastmasters.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Aman, for this beautiful table topic. And yeah, you have explained a good way to join the club. So moving ahead, we have guest Anusha.
Yeah.
Yes, so we have the next table topic for you. Who is a person in college that you admire the most and why?
Oh, this is a very difficult topic. I mean, you don't know the person. If you want, I'll speak on it. Okay. The person I admire the most. No, I'm a Toastmaster, so I'm not entitled to change. The person, let's start my time now. The person I most admire in college is obviously I can create a fictitious person and say whoever and whatever I want to about that person. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So the person I most admired in college was our public speaking coach or the head of our debating society. And that was Professor Saxena. She was a wonderful lady who had the ability to give us an opportunity to speak whenever we could. She always encouraged us. And we always felt that we were being told to fly. We never felt that we were, in a typical debating, declaiming, or a typical oratorial society. So she was admirable because she herself never wanted to push herself to the forefront, whereas I've seen a lot of coaches wanting to take the credit for the student's success. She never had that kind of a mentality. And she was always encouraging us. And she had the capacity to be able to speak in a way which we admired. She was an English literature master's and a PhD. And that's the fiction I've created right now because I don't know her education qualifications really well. But I'm sure she was very well educated. And she used to be the wind beneath our wings. If I can speak today, I give a lot of credit to my college because I used to be a part and parcel of almost every debate, declamation, extempore speech, you name it, and I was there. And we had multilingual speaking also. And Miss Saxena would always encourage us to go and speak on the spot, to speak in another language, to speak in a language we were not used to speaking in. So the person I admire most and my tribute to her is Madam Saxena. Wherever you are, my hat's off to you. Back to the table topics master.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Anusha, for participating in the table topics. It is highly, appreciable that you have just created a fictitious character and you have given a fantabulous speech. Okay, so moving ahead, we have Toastmaster Mohit. Would you like to try?
Yes.
Yeah. So the next table topic which we have is, what are the skills that you have learned during the college life that helps in your profession?
Interesting one. I was just thinking about it recently that college is also experience and you learn from your experience. So the skills, the most important when I learned was how to manage your time. In the sense that we used to sleep late in the night, and at the 9:30 we had our classes. I used to wake up at 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, 9:05, 9:10, like we had 20 minutes to get ready, do breakfast and go. Doing this regularly for a year or many times after that, even I was not used to wake up after, even in my later year of the college, I realized it's an art to manage your time effectively. You wake up, you just know what you have to do. You also do multiple things at a time. You do this. You take your breakfast with you on the go and just go to take your breakfast on the go and start working there. In my profession, again, I'm used to it, is to wake up also late in the time. But in this time, right now where I work, my timing is not fixed. I could be working at 3 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the evening. So I didn't have it, supposing that I have to work then and work now. So I immediately get a call that your duty starts after 30 minutes, or there is some emergency, we need more engineers in the team, or we need more things to do. Yeah, just wake up, take your routine that you have developed, just brush your teeth, drink water, and take your breakfast on the go. Just reach there in 15 minutes. That helped me a lot. That, yes, I used to do in this college. Right now I'm doing this. It's made me prepare for that. Thank you. Over to you, TATM.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for the participation in the table topics. Definitely, as a college student, we have to manage so many things in this. And the time management is the best skill that you can learn in college life and apply to the professional one. Okay, so moving ahead, our guest, PK Sachdeva, would you like to participate in the table topics session?
I would like to participate. Yeah.
Okay, so we have the next table topic as, yeah. So if you have given a chance to relive the college life again, would you accept it? Over to you, I guess.
Yeah. Everybody likes to go back in the time slot. If you ask anybody, he would like to live his childhood again. Okay. That is not possible at all. But going back to college is possible. Because you can join the college even at your later age. Like you can join an MBA college professional course. And I joined my college in later age as well. I did my law from Jaipur University Indian College, and that was while I was doing a job. It was memorable year, and it was like living your college days again. College days are always memorable because of the liberal life you have, and no responsibility, because you have just to tell your parents what is your requirement and your needs are fulfilled. And just you have to enjoy the life and try to achieve the educational goal which you have set up for yourself or your family have decided that you should do. And even as of today, if I'm given a chance to live my college life again, so I would be very much delighted. And that is the reason I have joined this Toastmaster Club, where much of the people are much younger than me. I am a senior citizen, basically. So this is really a good experience. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, guest PK Sachdeva, for participating in the table topics.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. So timer, can we have the last table topics? The president, as TM Kshitij have raised the hand, so if he can participate.
TM Ritesh, I think we are going little beyond in time, so I would request you to wind up your session so that we can move to general evaluator section.
Sure. So, okay, so that's my session. I hope you have loved the session and loved the table topics. So with that note, I'll wind up my session and will give the stage to team out of the day, TM Rajesh.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh, for conducting this wonderful session, TTM session, and your topics were also very nice. So I was telling my story. I had filled my form in with mechanical branch. After that, uh, that day came when I wanted to go college, and I was very much curious and happy because I had seen Fukre movies, and I think you are also aware of Fukre movie. So that day came. So first day I went to my college by college bus, and that day my father dropped me that place in which I can go to my college. So after that, I was feeling very happy and excited. So that time, I met with new friends. I met with new friends. Like their name was Gaurav, Nitin, and there were also two or three more friends also. So after that, in college bus I realized that we were already happy, and I realized that our seniors were more happy than us. They were more excited and happy as compared to us. So when we reached to our college, after that we asked to someone where is the classes of first year. After that we came to know here is our classes, and we went to our classes, and I came to know that my section is different as compared to my new friends. So I went to my class. I went to my class and I saw that in that class we were only boys. Even it was our first year, and we were only boys in that section. And I was thinking that time I had completed my schooling life in boys school, and here I was thinking that here we were also we were only boys there. And I thought it's okay. What can I do? So after that, when I went to my class, I saw one guy. I saw one boy. He was looking like an elder. I thought he's my teacher or he's my professor. So he was taking introduction from all the students, in very confident way, and all students were also giving introduction. So I thought he's my teacher or professor. So after some time, I came to know that he's not our teacher or senior. He's also student. So I asked that where are you from? He said to me that I'm from Delhi, and I also replied that I'm also from Delhi. So we became friend. So after that, we went to our orientation section in seminar hall, and in that orientation section, our teacher, our mentors, and they told me how we have to spend our college life here in this college for coming next 4 years. So that was most interesting part. So yeah, now it's time to call upon journal evaluator of a day.
Uh, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Rajesh. Actually, this is the second round of the meeting, so in which I would say evaluators and tech team will present their report and evaluation respectively. So I would like to call now on our first evaluator, TM Priyanka, who will be evaluating TM Arjun. So over to you, TM Priyanka.
Thank you, TM Suraj. Life doesn't always give us what we ask, but it always gives us what we need. These are the famous quotes from the book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And I'm really impressed with the start of the speech. That is from the question. And it was really catchy and sedulous enough to grab the attention of everyone in the house. So kudos to you, TM Arjun, for that. Secondly, I really loved the content of the speech. It was interesting, though full of personal trivia. You talked about that you don't have mentors in your life, but yes, you have half mentors in your life. That is, you are learning from your juniors, you are learning from your seniors, and yes, you have given the example of the batchmate of Raghuram Rajan, who was your mentor and has charismatic personality. I really love the grammar as well in that charismatic personality. You have a great sense, you have a sense of humor. Like you added the pinch of humor by talking about half mentor and relating it to the half girlfriend. So I really loved that part. Now coming to the recommendation part, which you can also improve upon in your future speeches. That is, I feel you were sitting somewhere and whenever you give the speech, you should be in the standing position and use your body language as much as you can. So people feel that they are in front of you only. So you can work upon that. Secondly, in Toastmasters, we feel there is always a structure of the speech that has a body, then that has an opening, then body and conclusion. I feel you started talking about the book and its preaching. Later on, you jumped on to talked about the mentors, and lately in the and you concluded with somebody preachings, which is making you alive. So I think which has a I think ending was abrupt. You should be work like in initial part you should be talk about something related to mentors only. I feel that was missing in that speech. So you can work upon that. You can make things relatable so people will understand it completely. Third, I think you should work upon the voice modulation, which will help you to add a flavor in your future speeches. Whenever you're talking about your real life example, so people are seeking something which is filled with voice modulation. So in conclusion, you have a good start, good content, and full of life examples. You can work upon body language, structure, and vocal variety. Best of luck in for your future speeches, TM Arjun. Over to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you, TM Virenga, for such a wonderful evaluation. Now I would like to call upon the second evaluator, TM Mohit, who will be evaluating TM Manish. So stage is over to you, TM Mohit.
Thank you, General Evaluator. TM Manish, what a beautiful speech he gave. Like we all know and we all have done, our journey starts from our first step, and he took his step in confidence, very much confidence. He beautifully explained his story, where he grew up, why he moved, and what he loves to do, everything around that. He used the proper hand gesture, his body language was really good, and he had a really good eye contact with us. There was clarity in his speech. He know what he was talking about. Giving was everything. For the first speech, he moved out of his comfort zone and gave us a really broader idea to where he was coming from. And he showed his interest very selflessly in speaking so that he can learn more and do better in his life. Delivery was quite good. In and all, I will say that this first step was very big step for you. From now on, working on your skills will be required. Best of luck. Godspeed. Over to you, General.
Thank you, TM Mohit. This was your first role as an evaluator. So now we are not done with the evaluation round, and shall move on to the report of the tech team. Okay. So to start off, let's call on to our first timer, TM Rasmi. TM Rasmi, the stage is yours.
In speeches, Arjun took 7 minutes 15 seconds. Manish took 6 minutes 30 seconds. In table topic session, Adish ji took 2 minutes 24 seconds. Me 1 minute 50 seconds around. Rishabh 1 minute 4 seconds. Amar ji 2 minutes 26 seconds. Anusha ji 2 minutes 15 seconds. Mohit ji 2 minutes 25 seconds. Guest PK Sachdeva ji took 1 minute 50 seconds. In SC speech evaluation, Tinker took 3 minutes 29 seconds. Mohit ji took 1 minute 30 seconds. I think everyone is qualified in today's meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Rasmi. Now I would like to call upon the age counter of the day, TM. I would say TM Sasi.
So, Professor, of course, for today only is with my report. All my students were spontaneous and flawless, but still need some rectification for the progress. My beloved students, my report says Toastmaster.
You're on mute, Shashi ma'am.
Shashi, you have mistakenly gone on mute.
May I repeat again?
Yeah.
May I repeat again?
Yeah. The last part, what you were saying, please repeat that part.
Okay.
Ma'am, you are on mute again.
Ma'am, again, you are on mute. You just have to mute yourself.
Actually, I'm not doing that. It's going off by itself. TM Rajesh, am I audible? TM Rajesh.
Yeah, you are audible.
TM Rajesh has used AHA for and so more than 5 times. TM Suraj and TM Manish also used AHA for more than 5 times. TM Ritesh has used word AHA 3 times and so for 4 times. TM Suraj has used so 2 times, and TM Rashmi, Suraj, Sujay, Arjun, and Priyanka. They have used AHA for 3 times each, and TM Arjun has used but for 4 times, and our president TM Manan has used AHA word for 3 times and so 1 time. That's all from my side. All the best to my fellow Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Sasi, for your report. So now I would like to call upon the grammarian team, TM Sujay. So TM Sujay, stage is yours. TM Sujay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, dear much, Toastmaster, Suresh. And we had two word of the day usage by Mr. By a Toastmaster by Toastmaster Asrani and Toastmaster Priyanka. And the good usage of the words, it was fictitious, fictitious, and also in a coachable, fantab, and also fantabulous, and add usage of the bad usage of grammar. It was few bad usages only. Go college, it can be said as go to college. And more struggle happened, it can be said as that I struggled a lot. And to back upon and the theme, it can be said as to go back to the theme. And I think there was there was a typo also. I think it'll be 3. I think the 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the morning, not 3 p.m. in the night, and then affiliated to DU, and passed out of school, go to college, and also one more was there. The COVID strike, it can be as a COVID struck. So yeah, that's my report of the day.
Thank you, TM Sujay, for your report. So now I would like to start my evaluation. So 30 minutes, can I start the evaluation?
Yeah, you can start.
Yeah. So first I would like to start the evaluator, the first evaluator, TM Priyanka. So TM Priyanka is, you already know that today she has won the award. Yeah. So his evaluation was to the point, within time, right? So I would say she did wonderful job. There is only one recommendation I would like to give. That would be there was some disturbance at her end, so I would request you, whenever you are in the meeting, just try to minimize the disturbance. Right. Next is TM Mohit. TM Mohit, it was your first role as an evaluator, like, and the way you played your role, I really appreciate you. Right. And the one important thing I like about you, that the way you speak, I really like about you. Right. But I would like to give one recommendation to you, that your energy was very low in the meeting. So I would say, like, try to energize yourself during the meeting. Second thing I would like to add, that there was, guys, just wait a second. Second recommendation, I would like to add that there was during your evaluation, you were not sitting still. So I would say that try to be in a like a no still. I would say don't try to move during the evaluation part. Now come to the TM's timer. TM Sasi, you did. TM Rasmi, you really did wonderful job. And I would say like you also presented a report in Excel format. Like that was really helpful. I would say for all of us. So there is no recommendation for you. I would say. Next is TM Sasi. TM Sasi, you did also wonderful job. But I would like to add one point that in your upcoming meeting, I think you should present a report in Excel way, Excel format. So it will help us to see that where do we need to improve ourselves, right? Overall, you did wonderful job. Next is TM Sujay. TM Sujay, like I would say, like you also did a wonderful job. I would just like to add one point that I think during the meeting you should have encouraged to the guest and the fellow test masters to use the word of the day as maximum as they could, right? Overall, I would say the meeting was wonderful, and it was really this topic was very close to my heart. So that's my report. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj and his tech team members for evaluating role players. And now it's time to call upon our President, Toastmaster Manan.
Well, thank you so much, TM Modi, TM Rajesh. And what a wonderful meeting we had. We saw a lot of people debuting into different roles, expanding their wings, trying out different skills that they need to acquire to be on stage. So huge round of applause for you guys. Now let's just quickly move to the feedback session first. Now TM Avinash, since it was your first meeting with us, tell us your feedback. What are you feeling, and how do you think you spent your last 2 hours with us?
Thank you, sir. The meeting was wonderful. And the one thing which was barrier for me was I was finding the button from where I can raise my hand. That's why I was not able to perform well and not able to participate. But now I know on the reaction tab I can use this. Thank you. That's it for me.
Well, thank you so much. Learning of the day, always use the reaction tab. Moving to our guest PK Sachdeva. Guest PK Sachdeva, I guess it's your second meeting with us. What do you think? How's the feeling? What's the feedback?
Yeah, it was a wonderful meeting. But one thing missing is a VC and physical, difference between VC and physical meeting. I want to join the club, but I'm waiting when the physical meeting will start.
Okay.
Now
feedback?
Start the physical meetings because the corona is on reducing side. It is now cases, number of cases are declining day by day. We should start the physical meeting. I think that will be much better.
Okay. Thank you so much for your feedback, guest PK Sachdeva. Moving to our guest Anusha. You have joined us for the first time.
Giving a feedback about the physical meetings. I'm done with COVID right now, so I would suggest you guys hang on. I got COVID even without knowing. As far as the meeting goes, it's really interesting because people of all hues and variety of thought processes are here. And it's very invigorating to see people voice their thoughts. All I feel is that if you had an evaluation of the table topics also, it adds a bit of flavor, plus encourages the table topic participants. That's my little feedback. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your feedback, TM Anusha. TM Rashmi, what do you think? What are the feelings?
Mananji, the meeting was very interesting and catchy till the last minute. And what the feedback I think I agree with TM Anusha that evaluation of table topic was would be more better. Plus, I noticed a little thing that the speech maker there is no suggestion given by the evaluator. So always suggestion is improve the quality of the speech for future speeches. So I think that is for my side. Thank you for having me. I mean it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And one last feedback from our counter of the day, TM Shashi. And also we have TM Amar. So TM Shashi, then TM Amar.
I really enjoyed this youngest son. Actually, only one suggestion from my side is you all should be more jubilant as you all are young, still young. Oh, session should be more jubilant, lively, and you could make it because you all are youngsters, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
That's all from my side.
Thank you so much. TM Amar.
Thank you for welcoming me, President. It was something, the crowd is young. It took me back to my college days. It was decades and decades ago. Feedback, as I'm connected with many Toastmasters all around the globe. The Toastmaster of the day is for transiting the stage smoothly. And what I see is they make it their personal story. It's not your speech. So when you're transiting, a minute is more than enough with a theme of the day or the word of the day as much as used. And you introduce people. It looked more like a chit-chat session. Table topics gives the opportunity to all the speakers, if there is time left, everybody is challenged to take an impromptu speech to finish it within 2 minutes. That's something new that they will learn in their life. If you talk about friends and college and this and that, you can talk for hours and hours. That doesn't give any knowledge to learn from. Any Toastmasters I attend, I wish to learn something and share something. The word of the day really ignited me. It was very well done. Feedback to our counter that you should appreciate the people who seldom use the pause fillers. And one request to all those participants who are not on the video mode, at least when they are taking a topic, at least put their camera on so that people can connect and see the speaker who is speaking the subject. Of course, people have limitations now. Going off video mode is a common thing. But the decorum of the crowd, of the forum, is totally on people like you and me. We have eyes and ears and face, and our face expresses a lot. Where Toastmasters have the body language as a criteria. And though we cannot connect physically, at least on the screens, we be presentable and communicatable. That's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, TM Amar. Wise word coming from experience, and thank you so much for this feedback, and we would definitely implement your suggestions and feedback into our future meetings. And that is why I'm thanking you again for joining us for tonight. Thank you so much, TM Amar. So now it's time for the exciting part of the day, which is the award section. So we do give award in various categories. So the first category of awards for tonight is the Best Speaker Award. So we had 2 speeches today. One was by TM Arjun and another was by TM Manish. So who do you think spoke the best on stage in the prepared speeches section? You guys have already decided. Just unmute yourself and tell me your opinion. Shout out to tell me who do you think is the best category.
Arjun.
Arjun. TM Manish.
TM Manish.
Okay. As I can see, a lot of mixed voices coming from the
Mamina?
crowd. This was actually the fluctuation onto the results poll, but we do have a very clear winner, and the winner for the best speaker award for tonight is our debutant icebreaker speaker TM Manish. Big round of applause for TM. TM Manish, you came on the stage for the first time and you're taking back the certificate with you. So huge congratulations on that part. So now moving to the next category of award, which is for the best evaluator. So we had our evaluator 1, TM Priyanka, and evaluator 2, TM Mohit. So who do you think is the winner for the
Priyanka.
TM Priyanka.
Mohit? Okay, the crowd has unanimously spoken. So the award for best evaluator of the day goes to TM Priyanka. So TM Priyanka, big night for you. You are the Toastmaster of the month for July, and you're also taking back home the best evaluator of the day award.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel like to win 2 awards in a night?
It's wonderful.
So now the next category of award is the award for the best table topics speaker. So we did have plenty of speakers who presented their thoughts on table topics awarded by TM Ritesh. So who do you think is the winner? And that was a very, very tough competition, I must say.
Extremely tough table topics today.
Amar.
I think TM Amar or TM Anusha. TM Amar
Anusha.
or Anusha.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tie in my opinion.
Well, TM Adesh, yes, it was a tie, but that tie was broken by 1 vote that I received in the end. So the best table topic speaker of the day is TM Amar. Big round of applause for TM Amar.
Congratulations.
Very, very well deserved, TM Amar. So now moving to the best auxiliary role player for tonight. We had our timer, our counter, and our grammarian competing with each other to back that certificate. So who do you think is the best auxiliary role player of the day?
Shashi.
Our counter today.
GM Rashmi.
A counter.
Okay. So TM Shilpa, would you like to share your screen and reveal the suspense? Who is the winner for the best auxiliary role player tonight?
Yes, definitely.
We have TM Rashmi as the best auxiliary role player tonight. Congratulations, TM Rashmi.
Thank you, everyone.
Very well, sir.
Congratulations.
Now, time for the last award. Sorry, TM Shilpa, you're saying something?
Sorry.
Time for the last award of the evening, which is for the best role play of the day. So we had 3 people doing fantabulous job, being the team mod, general evaluator, and table topics master. So we had TM Ritesh, TM Suraj, and TM Rajesh coming head to head to back that certificate. Who do you think is the winner?
Mod Rajesh.
Rajesh.
Table topic master.
Okay. The winner for TM Shilpa, you can share the screen. Just reveal the suspense. The winner for, please share the screen. The winner for best table or best role player of the day is TM Rajesh. Huge congratulations, TM Rajesh, for taking up this role and making all of us revisit our college life virtually. We heard people cooking Maggies through geyser, jumping the walls, imagining that college is like the movie Mohabbatein, and it was just all so wonderful. Wonderfully done. So that's all for tonight. Thank you all, everybody, for joining us tonight. Before we sign off for the week, I would request one of you to please say the sign-off slogan of the club. TM Ritesh, would you do that?
Also, TM Manan, there is one more thing. Please tell the EC members to stay back for 5 minutes.
Okay. EC members, please stay back for the 5 minutes after the meeting. We'll have some internal discussions.
Yes.
TM Ritesh.
So I'll request TM Sujoy to share the stage with me while the tagline for the Toastmasters. TM Sujoy. Okay. So okay, I'll go for the TM Suraj. Would you like to share the stage?
Absolutely, TM Ritesh.
Yeah. So in Wave to Lead.
In Wave to Lead.
Leaders don't stop
until until they are on the top.
They are on the top. Yes.
Okay, so
Leave to lead, leaders don't stop
until they are on the top.
The top.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. See you all
Thank you so
next
much.
week at the same time with same energy, and we'll have more productive things to talk about next week. I would request EC members to stay back on the call, and guests and other Toastmasters can drop off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
I would request to be connected with me via RSME. I can send you many links from Singapore for English and Hindi language, so that you can check up your Indian time, which is 2.5 hours behind Singapore time, and just drop in. That would be a good crowd and knowledge processing thing. So I'll just drop my. I'm connected with YMCA and Hindi, so I'll just send you those links. Then you can get connected as per your time convenience.
Sure, TM Amar, we would love to just drop us the details. I think TM Priyanka can connect with you, right, regarding that.
I'll just write my WhatsApp connect on the chat.
Yes, please.
And congratulations to you. You are doing a very great thing. It's difficult for the non-native speakers to come up on the forum and open up and express. Really kudos to all those young guys who have so much difficulty in pronouncing words and remembering them and delivering them. So please encourage them and make them to learn new words, and that will definitely make them more confident.
Thank you. Definitely, PM Amar. That's the mission we are having close to our heart.
I've sent it on the chat, and I'll sign off for now. Good night from Singapore. Shubhratri.
Thank you so much, TM Amar. TM Priyanka, please make a note of this, and yes, TM Adish.
Yes, I noted down the contact details.
Okay, there are 3-4 announcements which the EC needs to discuss. First of all, in the speechathon, do you want evaluators or do you want a jury? Because accordingly, they will be arranged.
This is regarding what? Sorry, I missed on that.
This is regarding the speechathon which we are going to have next week. If we are having speeches, do we want a group evaluating them, like a jury? Or do we want every speech has an evaluator? Because then if there are 10 speeches, then 10 evaluators are required.
Then I think jury would work. What do you think, guys? Ritesh, Priyanka, Rajesh?
Yes, we'd like to know, like, it's a competition in our group, or it is like for the different clubs also?
Yes, that's what also I want to confirm, that do we want to make it like a competition, speech competition?
I think we can have speechathon for our club because, you know, what I feel that a lot of people are, really wanting to give speech, but they are not getting opportunities, right? Because a lot of people approach me personally that they want speech slots, right? Since they get booked, so they are not getting the speaking opportunities. So it would be a great idea if for this time, if we can have this thing for our club members only.
Mhm. Okay, that works. Then I'll say that we'll have speeches from the club and evaluators from outside. Then no one will be an evaluator in the club then.
Yes, yes, definitely.
That would work. Yeah.
The other thing is the mentorship program, which is also not running these days. So now I want a suggestion, because I had an idea as a VP education that we make teams of people of 3, 3, 4, 4 people who will guide and mentor each other. So should we go ahead with that or not? That's what I'm more concerned with.
I think Toastmaster Adesh, like we have already mentored, like my mentor is Toastmaster Manan.
No, the individual mentorship actually is what happening these days. Many people are coming new. I have to assign mentors, but we don't have that many experienced members. And one person can't manage 3, 3, 4, 4 members.
Yeah.
The issue is coming that, and now TM Manish is there. TM new, I think Avinash has joined, and everybody is already assigned as mentors. So we have to come up with a new strategy for the same. That's why I have stopped you all today.
As per my suggestion, like new people are coming, so initially we should give them a single mentor, and later on when they become experienced one, so what we can do, like after some time people don't require like mentorship as such, so I think the older people, we can take back the mentors from them and they can ask anyone in the group.
Right now, in the older people, there's UTM Priyanka, there's me, there is Manan, Himani, and Jyoti are both very, very busy these days. So they have already said that obviously they can do it, but they will not be available all the time. Same case with TM Arunima. So only there are 4 people, but we have 18 members to deal with. So that's why it is becoming a challenge at this point of time.
So how many mentors we require right now?
At least we require 7.
We require 7. So
even if I'm giving 2% to each, so 14 members. So like then that can work. Even sometimes some of us also require suggestions. Now we can't take the suggestion from the person who we are mentoring, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we can allot 2 mentors, and if one person is not available, then they can approach other one. Yeah.
What about you, Manan? Like, what do you think about this?
Can we talk to our like area director about giving us some mentors for our club?
Well, I forgot from the area director, we have not filled the form for the area committees. And is anybody interested in the EC for the area committee? Because again, Toastmaster Nidhi has messaged me again that no one from WLTC.
So, what would be the position? I mean, the
Actually,
roles and responsibilities.
All the rules there, you just have to fill the form. You can have multiple nominations for a single role. The form is open till 5th August. It is mostly like many new roles are being introduced, like program quality manager, social media manager. You will be the assistant to them. So if you want to go to the area level later on in elections, so you have an experience that, yes, we have dealt this in the area level as well. So that is what this is more about. But from our club, they have encouraging that EC or even the members themselves who don't have a EC role can apply for it. So that I'll be again floating it on the group. But if any of you feel that you can take that responsibility, then do let me know.
Okay, sure.
Last. Manan has already, I hope, discussed that for those funds for our awards which we have to finalize. I think what was the name of the website where their best table topic?
To provide the customized. Like,
so Desh, can we do this?
I'll check. Actually, I haven't checked that website. So, I mean, yeah, we have the funds for available for that, but I need to just check the what costing available
Okay,
for that.
Manan, that's why I want to ask that you'll do it for then every meeting, or only for 1 or 2 meetings, special meetings, like.
Initially, let's just start doing it for the special awards. For example, the Toastmaster of the Month award, or somebody has achieved something, right? Because in the meetings, for the meetings, we are providing the digital certificates. Let's just do it for the special mentions and special awards.
Okay.
Yes,
so I think that will work. Yes,
I have one question, like, shall we raise the membership fee as we are planning to distribute the funds, right?
Sujay is still in the meeting.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he
he's
has
not
gone
active.
somewhere.
I think he is not on the.
Removing him.
Just muted.
I think we should not discuss membership fees in front of members who are not
Right. Thanks. I didn't. This. Shall we raise the membership fee so that we can distribute the goodies to the winners? What you suggest?
Before that, like I would like to highlight, do we have any plans for the offline one? I mean, in the near future, because we have
if we have offline meetings, then it will work. Otherwise, they will not
Then
give
it
it for
will work.
online.
Yes. So it will be good, like if you have the online one, so it will be a face-to-face interaction and it will be good. Like it will feel good while giving the award, which I think.
Definitely. Let's think about having an offline meeting soon, like what we were planning for quite some time, right? That didn't happen, right? What Himani and Jyoti were also discussing. So let's just try and have an offline meeting, and then there we can do this award ceremony.
TM Priyanka, how much do you how much membership fees is at the moment? How much we are taking?
Right now, we are not charging anything. We are charging just 650 rupees as a monthly fee. And last time we just asked to members that they will pay 750 per month, and the new members, newcomers, new guests, they will pay 650 rupees. And we were at the crunch for the new leads at the time. But right now, I think we should increase if we want to distribute the goodies to each member.
So what would be the ideal number of increase? 100 rupees, 200 rupees? How much?
100 rupees is good enough, I think.
I think 100 rupees. Ritesh, what do you suggest here?
I would say like we have a good amount right now, like around 12,000. I'll just check, like I haven't paid the amount for the last two because the site is not still active. So I guess we have
Toastmaster website, I'm tired of it because I also have to approve awards and it is horrible network right now on that site.
Yeah. So I hope it will be good by 5th of August. And so we have an amount of around 12,000. So what I would prefer that let's utilize some amount of that, and we'll see if it is being insufficient for our funds in future meetings, then we can think of increasing the amount. Because since for past 6 months since I have joined, we haven't utilized much of that amount. Is still, I mean, it's still in our balance 10,000 or 12,000. So what I would suggest, let's start utilizing that
live on YouTube.
Yeah. I just
Oh God, I just saw it.